One is the data types in DAX. So these are the data types. Like other programming language, SQL Server and all, right? Even the case of RDBMS, these are the commonly used data types: whole number, decimal number, currency, and date time. And what is the it gets stored as 64-bit integer value, 8 byte integer, all the things. If you see 8 byte, and it is an integer value, it's a real number. Obviously, the decimal number is a real number. It involves some decimal values. And here, these are the limits. In case of whole number, you can store the value anywhere between this much big and this. Okay, and then the decimal number, the negative numbers between -17 e plus e308. What is e plus 308? 1 divided by 10 to the power 308, which is nothing but 10 to the power negative 308. So we can store the negative values anywhere between this range to this range, and the positive values you can store anywhere between these two ranges. Okay, so you can store a very big number also. With this, we can understand the currency is a fixed decimal number in Power BI, and even they have given us the range. How much. So date and time. So you can store the date anywhere between March 1st, 1900 to 31st December 9999. Just prior to this or just after this, you cannot store the data. Okay. So these are the data types, additional data types: text and true or false, or Boolean, and blank is also considered some kind of thing. And then the table is also another data type. Okay. Anyhow, we will discuss this a little later. What are the operators in DAX? So like other programming languages, whatever things are the same thing, not much. Ashish, plus is addition, negative is subtraction, star is multiplication, division, exponentiation. I have given example here. And this is not it's not a data type, it's an operator. Okay. And comparison operators. Okay, the equal sign, this is nothing but equal to. Double equal sign, at times you have to use double equal sign. Strictly equal to, for example, first name equal to in. Number double, so true only when number equals 0. Okay, and false with blank it will return. This is, that greater than, less than, and greater than or equal to. And in case of you want to combine multiple condition, for example, you want to see the sales performance in north region, and in a city is equal to Delhi. You want to combine these two, let's say the region equal to north and the city equal to New Delhi. You are using two different conditions, right? Filter conditions. In that kind of situation, you want to combine those two things, you can use double ampersand and. Okay. In the case of and, double ampersand. So you know very well, these are truth table. So true and true are true, true and false is false. And this is pipe symbol, this is or, logical or. Okay. True and true, or true is true, true or false is true, false or true is true. At least if you see the combination of true, right, it will give you the true. But if you don't see any the combination of true at all, false and false is false. The in operator, for example, using in, you can filter text. You can filter your data set based on a text column called channel name, with by specifying more than one condition at a time. Store in the channel name in, show me the sales performance, give me the sales performance or total sales we made in these three channels. In that kind of situation, this is very much helpful. Otherwise, how will you write it? If you use ampersand, sorry, you have to use or here, right? Channel name is equal to store, or channel name equal to online, or channel name equal to catalog. You need to write multiple or. Okay. But behind the scene, it creates a logical or condition between each value, including a list. But it will reduce the job of developer. You don't have to write or, multiple ors. Next one is the if condition, if error, in, not, or, switch, true, false. True, false is your Boolean values, and switch is really helpful if you want to implement, if you want to use instead of using the nested if else, better you can use switch. It reduces your time in terms of writing multiple if else and all. Okay, this is very much helpful. Or in not, these are all very common thing. I just go to the Power BI desktop and let me see if I have used anything here. Okay, I'm going to use this one, and I just say save it as DAX part 1. And here the sales type, I have created something like that. 1 second, how I got this sales type, low, medium. 1 second, I just go here and check it out. Yeah, that is a custom column. I created it via, yeah. 1 second, sales type. Okay, this is the one. I did it there. Okay, I'm going to create a new column. I'm going to create a price bucket. Okay, here I'm going to use a switch function. The first argument, I'm going to use something called true function. Look here, the syntax is expression, value 1, result 1, else. Yes, okay. What is the expression? And then value 1, result. So look here, what is the value? Look here, the expression, I'm going to write it now. So now only the actual expression we are going to write. Sorry, I mistakenly pressed enter. Let's wait for some time. And here I'm going to say, yeah, here, list price. List price is less than or equal to, if the list price is less than or equal to 50, I just say the price is low. Okay. And the next one is, so if you want to come to the next line, hold the control key and press enter. And then here what you do is I'm going to copy paste this to save time. And then greater than 50. And I'm going to write some rule here. Okay. And 100, comma, press, hold your alt key, control key and press enter. If you want to come to the next line, hold your alt key, control key and press enter. And then here I just say medium price. Basically, I'm trying to define the range of prices in low, medium, high. Okay. Greater than 100. Anything is greater than 100, I'm going to say high. So look here, switch, the first one is expression. In this case, I've given true, so that it will come to the next thing automatically. Okay. If you use greater than or equal to, equal, or less than or equal to, then you need to use the first argument as true. Remember this true function. Okay. Only then it will come to the next line. It will enter the switch thing, and it will go and check whichever orders the list price is less than or equal to 50. It will flag those transactions low in this column price bucket. Similarly, it does. Okay, I'm going to click on the tick mark. Let us see what happens. Okay. No error. Good. And I'm going to click on cross, and you see that, okay, I just click on the up arrow so that it will get compressed. Look here, price bucket. And if you see here, the price bucket and sales type, bucket is different, right? So the 50/50 is low, low, low. So you might be asking this question, why do I need to have a new column by the name of price bucket? You wanted to understand in which bucket your margin is more, sales is more. It doesn't mean if the price is too high, always the profit is also high. We cannot see that way, right? No, because certain items, take for example grocery, they have to buy it on a day-to-day basis. Okay, even if they have to buy it in a weekly basis, right? Once in a week only they are going to buy it. Still, per month, if you see, they buy it 4 times, on each month. But each time, each week, whatever they buy it, they are going to use it on a day-to-day basis. Hence, the number of purchasing the grocery items are very high, right? More even though the price is less, when people are buying it more, the margin will vary. So we want to understand, once you create this kind of bucket column, you can do some analysis like, in which bucket our margin is high. And then you do further analysis. For example, if you see the medium price bucket, we can see the sales is more, or low price, the margin is very high. Okay. Sometimes what will happen in the low price, the sales is more, but the margin is less. Okay. So those kind of trend, to understand those kind of trend, so we can implement this kind of logic. In this case, I've used the switch function. You can use, instead of switch function, you can use a if function. But in that case, if this condition, then you put this, else, again, you need to check this condition again, and you need to put if, else, if else, if else, and all. Here, that headache is not at all there. But remember one thing, if you want to compare something like this, numeric values, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equal sign, then the first argument of your switch supposed to be true. Okay, fine. Is there any other way can I use? For example, I have a text column. Is there any way can I use switch there? Yes, you can use it there also. For example, I'm going to click on the new column. Here we have location key. Location key is not that clear. BLR, Hyundai and all is there. You want to have a city name to be displayed in full. For that purpose, you are using switch function. In this case, you need to specify your column name, the text column name, and hold your control key and press enter. It is not advisable writing the script in a single line. Okay, if let's say you want to write a script wherein it involves 4 to 5 lines or 10 lines, then don't write it everything in a single line. It will not be best practice when it comes to coding. Okay. Okay, fine. What is the next thing? It's not a list price, it's a location key. And here, let's say the location key is BLR, comma, hold the control key, press enter. Okay, here there is something wrong here. And the red color thing highlighted, double quote. You need to use double quote. And here the location key again. Sorry, you don't have to give the location key again. Yeah, BLR. Location key is BLR, means Bangalore. Sorry, yeah. I think I should. No, it's correct only. Else, for example, PUN, it means Pune. For example, if it is Mum, It is going to, you want to give full name of the city, okay? You don't want use any abbreviated thing. But unfortunately, in your data set, you have only aggregate. See, you have only the abbreviated values are there. Can it not be one below the other? Do we have to use space bar and go to that specific unit? Yes, Priyanka, very good question. Okay. So don't write everything in a single line. Now you understood. But the next question is, okay, I'm going to write this on the next line. Can't I start from the beginning? No. You will have to leave some tab here. And then you need to start from somewhere here. This is the best practice. Okay. That's how you need to write it. Okay, got it? Yeah, I'm going to press enter. Let us see if this works fine. Good. It is no error, no syntax. In this case, I did not use the first argument as a true function. Why? Here we are not using equal sign and all. Okay. Right? Equal or greater than or equal to. It's a text column. Directly specify text column. Comma. In this text column, if you find Bangalore, put that with Bangalore full name. And in this column, if you find Pune, but you remember, you just assume that if you have to write a if condition instead of switch, if sales for aggregation fact location key is equal to Bangalore, comma Bangalore, else if sales for aggregation fact location key is equal to Pune, comma Pune. Okay, each and every time you need to type the entire thing. Here, you just give it only one time. In this column, if you find Bangalore, replace it with Bangalore, replace it with Pune. But you give a new name and then store it in a new column. Okay, fine. So that's what we can see here. Again, you can write it for the rest of the cities also here. Here, for illustration purpose, I gave you 3. Yes. Okay, this is how it works. Fine. Switch function, now we understood. It is very much helpful. It is very programmer friendly. The if is instead of switch you can use if, but if, like I said, it's a overhead. You need to write if you have to write if else, right? But anyhow, I will show you how to use if also. And for example, okay, I'm going to write. I'm going to create a new column. For example, those people purchased more than 10. So they are eligible for 5% discount, something like that. Okay. Forget about this discount column. Discount by units sold. Units. In this case, I'm going to use here. This is for you to understand how the syntax you can see it here, logical test result if true, result if false, right? And here what I do is I just say quantity is greater than or equal to 10. Then they are eligible for 0.5% discount. Else, put 0. That's all. I'm going to press enter. Let's see if we have any syntax related error. Nothing, very good. It is working fine. But here, the where we are getting 10, look here, in this case, 10 is there here. Can you see it, the 10 quantity? And further, it put 0.5. It works perfectly fine. For anything is less than 10, it puts 0, 0 and all. Look here, in this case, the quantity is, most of them are up to this, it's all less than 10 and it puts 0. These people are not eligible for discount. Those people bought items 10 or more than 10, they are eligible for 0.5. 0.5, it's not at all possible. Let's do one thing. Let's point 0.05. 5%. Look here, 0.5. Can you see it here in this place? 0. So it is doing perfect. This is how you can use the function, right? So it depends on your kind of, the business logic. You can use the if condition, but in general, we go with switch with this function is really helpful. Okay. Next one is the in, error, and all, right? So if error, something like that. If you have any error, then you can check the column also. If any column has error in it or not. For example, I just create a new column. And here, if error, value error. Okay. For example, if error, the discounts by units sold, then put 0. Sometimes you will find error in something. Sorry, if error column, it gives me the discount value itself, right? 8.7. If error, okay. Else you do this way. Okay. If value if error. Okay. In case of error, you replace that by 0. In case of non-error, see in this case, the discount is 8.7. Here we don't see any error, right? Hence it returns simply that value. If you have any error, I want to override that error with some default value 0 or 999. Usually they use the -49 wherever error is there. They will use this number. There are some projects. Okay, that is to identify later point in time. So which all records the the if error column as 999, which all records. Okay, to find out that later point in time. Okay. Okay, it's already 1 hour 35 minutes. What we will do is we will continue this Friday night. Okay, we'll spend more time henceforth because we are part of DAX. We want to finish up the DAX also a little faster. Okay, so that next week, if I can finish it up, it will be good. We will see next week alone if you cooperate by joining the session by 7, right? 7 to 8 on a daily basis also we can finish it off. Okay, but we can 5 days 5 hours. We'll try to make we'll try to speed it up.